The largest human gathering in history happened last year. 663 million people. One place, 45 days. This country landed on the moon for less than Hollywood spent making a film about space. And a 15-year-old just became the most talked about cricketer on Earth. In a sport Britain invented to control this country. This country took the sport. Now it owns 70% of all the money in it. That country is India. I just landed in Mumbai. Someone has already offered me tea. I have not finished getting off the plane. The moment I stepped outside the Mumbai airport, three things happened. A car honked at me. A stranger smiled at me. And someone handed me a cup of chai so sweet and strong it should require a prescription. This is not chaos. I have been in chaos. Rome had chaos. Mexico City had chaos. This is something different. 22 million people operating at full volume all at once. And somehow it works. Not despite the noise. Because of it. Before anything else, the history. India's history is not just long. It is the kind of long that makes everything else look recent. 4,500 years ago, while Rome was still a field, India was already building cities. The Indus Valley civilization had grid streets, covered sewers, standardized weights, and public baths. 2,000 years before Rome was founded, India had plumbing. Then came the Mughal Empire. At its peak, around the year 1700, the Mughal Empire produced roughly 24% of everything the entire world made, 1/4 of the planet's wealth. Then, in one of history's strangest twists, India was not conquered by a country. It was conquered by a company, the British East India Company, a private corporation with its own army of 260,000 soldiers, its own tax system, its own courts, and its own coins. A company ruled one of the richest civilizations on Earth for profit. India became a democracy on the other side of all of that. The world's largest, ever since. Facts. 6 of them. Fasten your seatbelt. India is going to blow your mind. Fact number 1. The largest human gathering in the history of the planet happened at the Kumbh Mela in 2025. 663 million people over 45 days. On a single peak day, 76 million people stood in the same place simultaneously. The temporary city built for the event covered 4,000 hectares, bigger than Paris, visible and trackable from space. It is simply the largest thing humans have ever done together, in one place, peacefully. Fact number 2, India landed on the moon's south pole in 2023, the first country in history to do it. Total mission cost, $75 million. The film Gravity cost $100 million. Interstellar cost $165 million. India reached the moon for less than Hollywood spent on a film about space. There are now over 400 private space startups in India. In 2014, there was one. Fact number 3, the number 0 was invented in India. Without it, no computers, no smartphones, no calculators, no algebra, no engineering, no GPS. The decimal number system that runs every digital device on Earth was created in India in the 6th century, spread through the Islamic world, and eventually reached Europe. I am filming this on a phone. The phone exists because of a mathematician in India 1,400 years ago. Fact number 4. For almost 100 years, India was not ruled by a country. It was ruled by a company. The British East India Company collected taxes from hundreds of millions of people. maintained an army larger than most European nations, fought wars, printed money, and operated as a government for profit. Bumo has complicated feelings about this. The feelings are mostly disbelief. Fact number 5. India produces between 1,500 and 2,000 films every year. Hollywood produces roughly 500. India has not one film industry, but many. Bollywood is just the Hindi one. There is Tollywood, Collywood, Mollywood, and more. Each one has its own stars, studios, and devoted audiences. Every year, the IPL cricket tournament halts major Bollywood releases because no film can compete with cricket for attention. Even the film industry has accepted this. Fact number 6. The Golden Temple in Amritsar feeds between 100,000 and 200,000 people every single day, free. No questions asked, no religion required, no nationality required. Every person who walks in receives a meal. 200,000 handmade flatbreads daily, 12,000 pounds of lentils. Run entirely by volunteers, it has never once closed. I sat on the floor and ate with strangers from 6 different countries. I did not say a single word. I did not need to. 3 food stops. I am already thinking about going back. Food stop number 1, the Samosa. The most iconic Indian street snack is not originally Indian. It arrived from the Middle East as the Samosa, a meat-filled pastry brought by traders. Indian cooks replaced the meat with spiced potatoes. The potatoes arrived from the Americas via Portugal in the 16th century. The most famous Indian snack is a Middle Eastern pastry filled with an American vegetable, spiced with techniques developed over thousands of years in India. It is one of the best things I have ever put in my mouth. Food stop number 2, the Thali. A traditional Indian thali is not just a meal. It is a prescription. Based on 5,000-year-old Ayurvedic science, the thali balances 6 distinct flavors: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, pungent, and astringent. Every element on the plate is there for a specific digestive reason. I ordered lunch. A scientist arrived with a tray and explained each component. I understood approximately none of it. I ate everything. I felt extraordinary afterward. The science works even without understanding it. Food stop number 3, chai. It costs 10 rupees at a roadside stall, roughly 10 cents. I had espresso in Italy that cost 30 times more and required me to stand up to drink it. The chai was better. At roadside tea stalls called tapris, every class difference disappears. A tech executive and a street vendor drink the same tea from the same stall and argue about the same things. India processes its entire political and philosophical life 10 cents at a time, standing at the side of a road. This is the most civilized thing I have seen in 5 countries. 2 things I will not forget. The first is what India did with cricket. Britain introduced it as a colonial pastime. India took it, made it entirely their own, and now controls over 70% of all money in the sport, globally. The IPL reached 1.2 billion viewers in 2026, more than the Super Bowl and the World Cup final combined. This year, India won the T20 World Cup on home soil. Their 3rd title, their 2nd in a row. A 15-year-old named Vaibhav Suryavanshi scored 776 runs in a single IPL season at an age when most people are worrying about school exams. The colonizers' game now runs on Indian time, Indian money, and a 15-year-old who bats like he has been doing it for 40 years. The second is simpler. In India, the guest is God. It is called Atithi Devo Bhava. Receiving a guest poorly is not just bad manners. It is a moral failure, a spiritual one, rooted in a 3,000-year-old text. In 5 countries, I have been targeted by a Vespa, ignored by a train strike, handed a plastic horn by a stranger I never found again, and defeated in a staring contest by a Roman cat. In India, I was treated like I mattered every single day by people who had never met me and will never see me again. I did not know what to do with this. I sat with it for a long time. Drop it in the comments. Which fact stopped you completely? Tell me, I read every single one. New country every week? Subscribe so you never miss where Bumo lands next. Jai Hind.